Purnat Purnam eva vasishyate. Om Purnamadaya Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnat eva vasishyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam eva vasishyate. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam eva vasishyate. Ishavaishamidam sarvam Jatkinja jagatyam jagat Tena taktena punjitaha Magridaha kasyasvidanam. Ishavaishamidam sarvam Jatkinja jagatyam jagat Tena taktena punjitaha Magridaha kasyasvidanam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kurvanivaha karmani jijiva chek chatam samaha evam tvayi nanyate tusti na karma lipyate nare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Asurya namate loka andena tamasavritaha tamste pritya bhigachanti ye kechat mahano janaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tadijati tanejati tadure tadvantike. Oh, I'm sorry. Anijari kamanaso javiyo nena devam apuvam puvamasad tadavato nyaditi tistat tasmin apumata vishwadadati. Anijari kamanaso javiyo nena devam apuvam puvamasad tadavato anadisista tasmin apumata vishwadadati. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tadejati tadejati tadure tadvantike tadantarasya sarvasya tadu sarvasya yabayataha. Tadantarasya sarvasya Tadu sarvasya shabhayataha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani eva nupasyati sarvabhutesu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate. Atmani eva nupasyati sarvabhutesu chatmanam tato na vijugupsat. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Yasmin sarvani bhutani admeva budvijanataha tatra ko mahakaha sukha ekatvam anupasyataha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Saprayagachu kramakayam avrinam asnaviram sudham apapavidam kavir manisi paribu swayambur yatat yatotoritan vidadat chasvadipyaha samabhyaha. Saprayagachu kramakayam avrinam asnaviram sudham apapavidam kavir manisi paribu swayambur yatat yatotoritan vidadat chasvadipyaha samabhyaha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Andam tamaha pravishyanti ye vidyamupashyate tato bhuyaiva te tamo yayu vidyayam rataha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Anyadi bahur vidyaya Anyadahura vidyaya iti susrumadiranam yenastad vichakshire. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Vidyam cha yasyastad vedo bhayam saha avidyaya miritum tirtva vidyayamritam asnute. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Andam tamaha pravishyanti ye vidyam ye sambhutim upasyate tato bhuyaiva te tamo yayu sambhutam rataha. Sambhutam rata. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Anya adivahur sambhavat, Anya dahur sambhavat, Iti susrumadiranam, Yenastad vichakshire. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sambhutim cha vinasam cha yastad vedo bhayam saha vinasena miritum tirtva sambhutam ritam asnute. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hiranmayana patena satyasya bihitam muhukam tatvam pusama pavrinu satya dharmaya drishyaye. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Pusanikasya yamasuya prajapatya vyuharasmin samoha tejaha tatyat tejo yatte rupam kayana tamam tate pasyami yosavaso purushaha sohamasmi. Pusanikasya yamasuya prajapatya Vyuharasmin samoha tejoyate rupam kayanantamam tate pasyami yosavaso purushaham sohamasmi. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Vayuranilam amritam atedam basmantam saridam om kratusmara kritam smara kratusmara kritam smara atedam basmantam saridam om kratusmara kritam smara kratusmara kritam smara. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Agni Naya Supatare Yasman Vishwani Deva Vanu Deva Vyanani Vidvan Yodajma Juhurana Meno Puyistam Te Nama Uktim Videma Agne Naya Supatara Yasman Vishwani Deva Vyanani Vidvan Yodajma Juhurana Meno Puyistam Te Nama Uktim Videma. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Devavasishyate. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Tat Sat. Shri Isopanisad ki jai. So today we are beginning Mantra 1. We finished the introduction, which we will review tomorrow. Let's see how much you remember. So, Ishavaisham midam sarvam. Repeat. Jat kinja jagatyam jagat. Tena tak tena bunjitaha. Magritaha kashasviddanam. Isha, repeat. By the Lord. Avasyam, controlled. Idam, this. Sarvam, all. Yatkincha, whatever. Jagatyam, within the universe. Jagat, all that is animate or inanimate. Tena, by him. Tyaktena, set apart or quota. Bunjitaha, you should accept. Ma, do not. Gridaha, endeavor to gain. Kasyasvit, of anyone else. Dhanam, the wealth. In other words, don't be a capitalist. Basically, that's what it's saying. Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. We missed the invocation. That's right. Om Purnam Ada Purnamidam. Repeat. Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya. Purnam Eva Vasishyate. Om Purnam Adaha Purnamidam. Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya. Purnam Eva Vasishyate. Om, the complete whole. Purnam, perfectly complete. Ada, that. Purnam, perfectly complete. Idam, this phenomenal world. Purnat, from the all-perfect. Purnam, complete unit. Udachyate, is produced. Purnasya, of the complete whole. Purnam, completely. All. Adaya, having been taken away. Purnam, the complete balance. Eva, even. Avasishyate, is remaining. So this one mantra can answer most questions about who God is. This one mantra. It has a very deep, profound meaning. You can write many books just on this one mantra. The personality of Godhead is perfect and complete. Repeat. And because He is completely perfect, all emanations from Him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. What is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself. Because He is the complete whole. Even though so many complete units emanate from Him, He remains the complete balance. So, this means that because Krishna is perfect and complete, anything that comes from Him is also perfect and complete. In other words, you don't have to try to make this world self-sufficient. It's already self-sufficient because it's perfect and complete. Just like, what's the difference between a Swiss watchmaker and Krishna? You know? Well, Swiss watchmakers make watches, and they make good watches, right? Krishna emanates perfect and complete units like this whole universe, right? Now, the difference between a Swiss watchmaker and Krishna is, whatever Krishna creates, because it's perfect and complete, can create itself. Yeah, everything. Whereas a Swiss watchmaker, he can only make one at a time. Then he has to make the second one and the third one. His watch cannot create another watch. That's the difference between what Krishna creates and what man creates. Now, they'll say, oh, well, one day we'll have these supercomputers. They'll be able to create other computers. Maybe. We'll see how good it works, the next computer. Theoretically, it's possible. But don't forget that a computer is only good as the programmer, right? You take away the programmer, you think the computer is going to replicate itself? It does until, some insect gets inside the hardware, and screws it up. Then it doesn't replicate anymore, see? So there's a major difference between Krishna and man. And this is one major difference. Then second thing is, even though infinite, perfect, and complete units, like universes, like jivas, like incarnations, all these things are coming from Krishna. Krishna is never diminished. Just like, let's say I have a piece of paper here, right? And I start tearing it up into little pieces, right? Then I throw the pieces up in the air. Is the wholeness of the paper still there? No. But Krishna, He can emanate billions, millions, trillions of perfect and complete unities from Him, like universes, jivas, incarnations, material nature. Still He remains whole. This is a very profound concept. It's a very profound concept. This one verse defeats all the Mayavadis. This one verse defeats all the Mayavadis. Mayavadis say that if God emanates so many things from Him, then His personality is lost, His individuality is lost, His oneness is lost. not according to Isopanisad. Again, as we explained yesterday, unless you accept that Krishna has infinite potencies, you will remain an atheist, I guarantee you. And we'll give the example of just like someone says that there were two fish, they were looking at the moon, as we gave the example yesterday. One fish said to the other, "Hey, what's that?" The other fish said, "Hey, it's a fish." He said, "Really? How come it's so shiny?" He said, "Because it's a shiny fish." He said, "Oh, now I understand." You see. So, this is the fallacy of manyate jagat. You know, whatever person sees, they just self onto that thing. And if they have limitations, they think that thing must be limited also. Just like there were two thieves talking one day. And one thief said to the other, "What do you think of Stump for Trump?" The other thief, "He's a thief." He said, "You're right." Well, yeah, they're both thieves. So they see everyone else as a thief, right? Then he said, what do you think about Hillary?" He said, "She's a thief." He said, "You're right." He said, "What do you think about me?" He said, "I think you're a thief." Yeah, thief. Right? Atmavan manyate jagat. Right. This verse differentiates. And then the other one said, "Well, thank you. I think you're a thief too." Yeah, because thieves think all other living beings. This verse, and there's another verse called Nityo Nityanam Chaitanas Chaitananam Eko Bahunam Vo Yo Vidadati Kamam. Krishna is the supreme eternal amongst all the eternals, but the difference is he's maintaining all the other eternals. So Om Purnam and Nityo Nityanam, these are two verses that differentiate God from all other living entities, including the demigods.
What's the
We'll come to it. It's in the Bhagavad Gita. But I don't have my Bhagavad Gita today because it's being repaired at last. So, but it's in the Bhagavad Gita. I'll tell you later. Okay, so now we'll read the invocation. The complete whole, or the complete absolute truth, is the complete personality of Godhead. So, this is the difference between the Mayavad philosophy and Vaishnava philosophy. Mayavadis say the absolute truth can't be a person because we're persons and we're imperfect. He must be something else. He must be energy. He must be the Brahman effulgence. It's eternal and unchanging. So, they can't imagine that there's someone like Krishna who has a transcendental body that's the source of everything, and yet he's never diminished. And he always remains as a person. And therefore they can't understand that personality is eternal. Therefore, second chapter, verse 11. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Yeah. So it says, Natvevaham jatu nasam natvam nemijana dipaha nachayvena bhavishyama sarvevayam atakparam. So you have two verses that differentiate Krishna from all of the living entities. And now you have another verse that establishes that Krishna and all other entities are eternally persons. Second chapter.
12th verse.
It's the 12th verse?
Yes.
Oh yeah, okay, it's the 12th verse. Krishna says, "Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be." And then in the purport is the verse, Nityo Nityanam Chaitanas Chaitananam Eko Bahunam Yo Vidadati Kamam Tam Atmastam Ye Nupasyanti Diras Tesam Santi Sasati Nitarasam. So, now, if someone says to you, "Oh no, I don't believe God is a person," what are you going to say?
Please read the scripture.
No, you're going to say, please look at second chapter, verse number 12. And Krishna says, "There was never a time that I did not exist, nor you, Arjuna, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be." That establishes the eternality of individual personality, both of Krishna and living entities. And then someone else says, well, I think I can become God. No, you can. Are you capable of Om Purnam Ada Purnam Idam, Purnat Purnam Udachyate, the invocation mantra? Are you capable of Nityo Nityanam Chaitanas Chaitananam? Yeah, you're eternal. God is eternal, but he's maintaining all of the eternals. Can you maintain even yourself? No. So how are you going to maintain all other living entities, all the insects, all the elephants, all the fish, all the birds? You can't even maintain your own nose. Okay. So now you have two verses that differentiate God from all living entities, and you have one verse that establishes that Krishna is eternally a person as well as all living entities.
Prabhu, the Nityanam that comes from one of the Upanishads.
Katha Upanishad. The complete whole, the supreme absolute truth, is the complete personality of Godhead. Realization of impersonal Brahman or of Paramatma, the super soul, is incomplete realization of absolute complete. Vedanti tat tattvavidas tattvam yajganam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti sabhyate. First canto, second chapter, I think it's like 6th or 7th verse. It establishes that understanding God is in 3 stages: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So if you only understand Brahman, it's imperfect understanding of God. It's partial understanding. Beyond Brahman is Paramatma, and beyond Paramatma is Bhagavan. All right, so now you have another verse. Srimad Bhagavatam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Satchit Ananda Vigraha. We spoke about this yesterday. Vigraha means the form, the body. But his body is different than our body, right? He can stretch his little body of Vamana right up to the end of the universe. You can't even stretch your leg up to your nose, right? So, Krishna's body is definitely different than our body. Because it's Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha. It's not mucus, bile, and stool Vigraha, like our body. It's Sat Chit Ananda, eternity, bliss, and knowledge. It's different energies. First of all those energies are eternal. But our mucus, bile, and stool is not eternal, right? So, here's another difference between us and God. His body is eternal. Our material body that's covering our soul, which also has a body, but a spiritual body, but for the time being it's hidden, our body, our material body, is not eternal. And it's not made of Satchit Ananda. It's made of mucus, bile, and stool. Realization of impersonal Brahman is realization of his Sat feature, eternal feature, or his aspect of eternity. The Paramatma realization is realization of his Sat and Chit features, his aspects of eternity and knowledge. But realization of the personality of Godhead is realization of all the transcendental features, Sat, Chit, and Ananda, bliss. So, therefore, you cannot really become blissful, even if you achieve Brahman realization, or even Paramatma realization. You'll become happy, definitely, but at a certain point, your mind can become diverted. But if you realize Krishna's transcendental form, your mind enters into Ananda, transcendental bliss. You'll never be diverted from that. Yeah. When one realizes the Supreme Person, he realizes these aspects of the Absolute Truth in their completeness. Vigraha means form. Thus, the complete whole is not formless. If he were formless, or if he were less than his creation in any other way, he could not be complete. The complete whole must contain everything both within and beyond our experience, otherwise he cannot be complete. So here now is what you call la pièce de résistance. That means in French, the thing that you cannot avoid. It's too good. It usually refers to a preparation of food that's so good that even if you've eaten and you're full, still you have to eat it, right? Because it looks good, smells good, and it is good. Well, the pièce de résistance is what we just read. That means that because Krishna is perfect and complete, he cannot be less than anyone or anything else. So now, this is a number one argument for defeating the Mayavadis. Just like once I was on a television show on public television in Seattle, and there was the moderator, his name was Salim. I used to call him Slime. And the other man was a Sikh grunty from Renton, who was a real nonsense. Both of them ganged up on me, and they started making fun of Krishna. So I told the Muslim, I said, Slime, I said, you just insulted Allah, and I won't stand for it. I won't stand when a person insults my God. He said, what do you mean, your God? Your God is Krishna. I said, no, my God is Allah also. You just insulted my God, and I won't stand for it. This is on television, live television, right? He said, what do you mean? I said, you believe God is a person? He said, well, he couldn't really answer, and he had said something about Krishna, that your God can't be a God, is a person like us, ordinary person. I said, Slime, you just insulted God. I said, how did I insult God? What do you mean I insulted God? What do you mean? I'm a Muslim. I would never insult. I said, you just insulted Allah worse than an atheist. So, he kept his mouth shut when I said that. I said, you claim that God is not a person. Are you a person, Slime? He said, why you say Slime? I said, that's the way I pronounce your name. He said, yes, I'm a person. I said, see, you just insulted God. You're saying that you're something that God is not. That's an insult. Why? Because what did we just read? The complete whole must contain everything, both within and beyond our experience. Otherwise, it cannot be complete. You see, this one verse is the best verse for defeating the Mayavadis. I said, you cannot have something that God doesn't have because he is your origin. So you have become proud, and you have relegated God to an inferior position to you. So you don't really love God. You have no respect for God. It's like you have just passed stool on your mother and father by talking like this. Then I looked at the Sikh and I said, I said, one more word of insult from you, Krishna, then I'm going to insult every one of your 12 gurus. I said, one more word. And they both kept quiet after that. And this was on live television. Well, if you know this mantra, you're going to be able to defeat all the Mayavadis. This one mantra has enough information in it to defeat them all their arguments. The complete whole, the personality of Godhead, has immense potencies, all of which are as complete as he is. Thus, this phenomenal world is also complete in itself. The 24 elements of which this material universe is a temporary manifestation are arranged to produce everything necessary for the maintenance and subsistence of this universe. No other unit in the universe need make an extraneous effort to try to maintain the universe. The universe functions on its own time scale, which is fixed by the energy of the complete whole, and when that schedule is completed, this temporary manifestation will be annihilated by the complete arrangement of the complete whole. So in other words, if we live in harmony with the laws of nature, which are established by Krishna, which is going to be explained in this book, you really don't have to work hard. If you simply perform Sankirtan Yajna and accept your bare minimum, everything's going to be provided by Krishna. Easily. Now, is there any proof of this? Yes. If you read the Bhagavatam, you'll see in previous times, people didn't have to dig mines into the ground to get gold. They didn't have to swim into the bottom of the ocean to get pearls. The earth would throw it up naturally on a regular basis. There was plenty of gold. There was plenty of pearls. There's plenty of vegetables. There's plenty of trees with fruits and everything. It's only when people stopped performing the yajnas and started committing sinful activities that the earth is holding back. See? Or is being irregular. Just like in California, for 4 years they've had a terrible drought. Now it's raining like anything. They have flooding and mudslides. Right? So that irregularity is a sign that there's too many poppies in California. Not P-O-P-P-Y. P-A-P-I. You know, there's a big, it's pronounced the same, right? Poppy, poppy, but different meanings. Yeah. That's why English, as I said, is confusing language. Okay, so the universe functions. No other unit in the universe need make an extraneous effort to try and maintain the universe. Yeah, the inflated egos of all the materialistic scientists, they're saying, we have to correct nature. You're not going to correct nature. You correct your nature. But don't try and correct nature. You know, these are nonsensical arguments they're making. Because of their sinful activities, the nature has been disrupted. The demigods are holding things back because they don't like the way these people are acting. You start acting nicely, nature will give you everything, more than you can consume, without trouble. See? All facilities are given. Now, for example, I'll give you an example. We have a farm in Canada called Saranagati, right? And they have a water problem there, right? So, you know, they were talking about, you know, spending all this money. They have a natural lake also, right? But it dries up in the summertime. And they were talking about spending all this money, bringing in water from some distant place, and they have to get grants from the government. It could cost $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. I said, why don't you just do Sankirtan Yagya? Anad Bhavanti Bhutani Parajanyad Anasambhava. Yagya Bhavati Parajanyo Yagya Bhava Samudbhava. All grains are produced by rain. Rain is produced by jagyas. And jagyas are produced by regulated activities of the people. I said, so why don't you perform 24-hour kirtan? They said, no, that's not going to work. No, these are devotees, right? These are devotees who read the same scripture that I read. In fact, I quoted from it, right? They didn't believe it.
They didn't have faith in it.
I don't know what they had or didn't have, but they didn't believe it. You know, and then they want to spend, you know, $500,000 to bring the pipe in water from some distant place, you know. So we have to not only believe this, we have to practice it. We have to practice it. And you'll see that things will work out if we have faith in Krishna's words. Right? All facilities are given to the small complete units, namely the living beings, to enable them to realize the complete whole. In other words, if we live according to Krishna's instructions, Krishna will provide anything we need so that we can have the time and the mental composure to practice Krishna consciousness so that we can go back to Godhead. Or at least make this place Godhead. That's the other thing that's capable of being done. All forms of incompleteness are experienced due to incomplete knowledge of the complete whole. This is a very important point. All forms of incompleteness, in other words, lack of rain, lack of grain, lack of brain, say, rain, grain, brain, right? It's all due to incomplete knowledge of Krishna. The human form of life is a complete manifestation of the consciousness of the living being. Now, notice one thing. Here it says Om Purnam. It doesn't say Krishna Purnam. Even in the explanation, he's saying all forms of incompleteness are experienced due to incomplete knowledge of the complete whole. He didn't say incomplete knowledge of Krishna. Why? Because the Upanishads are the segue from the Vedas right? Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda, which talking about how you can perform sacrifices for different demigods and get all these good things. You get a good wife, or you get a good husband, you get good grain, you get good brain, you get good rain without any strain, right? I'm going to become a rapper. But that's all materialistic stuff, right? It's all getting things, right? But the Upanishads, which are parts of those same Vedas, right? The Isopanisad is in the Yajur Veda. This is called Upanishad. This is beginning to, that movement from Mayavad, impersonalism, gain, to understanding who Krishna is. So Upanishad means coming closer to Isha. So that's why the Upanishads are the philosophical parts of the original 4 Vedas. But because people are materialistic, that's why, they're given all these different karma kanda activities to achieve their materialistic goals. If they hear directly about Krishna, they won't be interested. So it talks about the complete whole. It talks about Om Purnam. Say, and you can try it too. Like when you meet someone, you say Hare Krishna. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So how are you? Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay. Stop that, will you? They're not interested in Hare Krishna. But if you say Om, say Om. Yeah, I heard this Om is interesting. See. They'll accept Om, but they won't accept Hare Krishna. So that's why the Upanishads, they gradually take you. They don't talk about Krishna right away. They're talking about, the complete whole, Om Purnam. The human form of life is a complete manifestation of the consciousness of the living being, and it is obtained after evolving through 8,400,000 species of life in the cycle of birth and death. So, this is the way to see the human form. It's a complete manifestation of the consciousness of the living being. Now, you're the living being, I'm the living being. But do you understand that we were in the bodies of microbes, of worms, of ants, of fish, of crocodiles, of birds, and animals, trees, and then now human form. So human form, in this human form, our consciousness has evolved through all those different forms to the human form. You see? So there is evolution, but it's evolution of consciousness, not evolution of bodies. That's another major mistake made by modern people, so-called scientists. If in this human life, a full consciousness, the living entity does not realize his completeness in relation to the complete whole, he loses the chance to realize his completeness and is again put into the evolutionary cycle of the law of material nature. Well, if we abuse this body, just like what does a drug dealer do? He abuses his body. What does a person addicted to sense gratification do? He abuses the body. What does a person who overeats all the time? They abuse the body. What does a person who undereats all the time? They abuse the body. You see. What did Rikasura do? He abused the body. Rikasura was the person doing a severe austerity. He wanted to get some material benediction. So he worshipped Lord Shiva, who's called Ashutosh, easily pleased. So he said, my Lord, I'm doing this sacrifice for you. And now I'm cutting off my right index finger. Cut it off! And he put it in the fire. Swaha. Nothing happened. Then he said, okay, my Lord, now I'm cutting off my hand, my left hand. He cut off his left hand with his right hand, and then took it like this and put it in the fire. It said, Swaha, nothing happened. And he cut his arm off, put his left arm, put that in the fire, nothing happened. He cut off his nose, nothing happened. Cut off his ears, nothing happened. Finally he said, okay, I mean business. He said, Swaha, and his head rolled into the fire. Right then Lord Shiva appeared out of the fire. He said, stop! What are you doing? What a horrible sacrifice you're doing in my name. And then he put him back together again. Because Lord Shiva is a number one surgeon. Don't forget, he cut off the head of Daksha, right? And then he was able to put a goat's head on Daksha's body. Let me see a scientist do that today. They can't do it. Put a goat's head on a human body? They can't do it. So Lord Shiva put him back together and said, what do you want? Why are you doing this terrible sacrifice in my name? It's horrible. I don't like this. He said, I want a benediction from you. I'm worshiping you. He said, okay, well, what do you want? He said, give me the benediction that whoever I touch with my finger, if I touch their head, it'll explode into 1,000 pieces. He said, okay, tatastu. So what did Vikasura try to do? He tried to touch Shiva's head. And then Shiva started running. He started running after him because he wanted to marry Shiva's wife. You see? It's dangerous giving benedictions to demons. Very dangerous. It's just like the king of Germany, or the emperor of Germany, before World War I, he gave $20 million to Lenin to overthrow the Tsar of Russia, because Germany and Russia were always like at odds. So he accepted the money and he did it. And what did he do next? He tried to overthrow the emperor of Germany. Exactly like Vrikasura. You see? These people are dangerous. You don't want to give them, it's like feeding milk to a snake. That only increases the poison of the snake, so it kills you. You have to be very careful. Because we do not know that there is a complete arrangement in nature for our maintenance, we make efforts to utilize the resources of nature to create a so-called complete life of sense enjoyment. Because the living entity cannot enjoy the life of the senses without being dovetailed with the supreme whole, the misleading life of sense enjoyment is illusion. The hand of a body is a complete... Now look, I want you to keep this in mind. Tomorrow morning, I want you to read this again, and then pick up the newspaper or look at the news, you know, and or look at those magazines at the checkout counter of the Safeway, or, you know, what are those magazines about? It's all about, huh?
They're all about celebrities or sense.
They're all about the sense gratification of celebrities. Now, look what it says here. Because the living entity cannot enjoy the life of the senses without being dovetailed with the complete whole. In other words, unless you're serving Krishna, you cannot really enjoy sense gratification. The misleading life of sense enjoyment is illusion. If you try and engage in sense enjoyment without offering to Krishna, it's an illusion. And what it, you know, they say, oh, so and so were happily married, now they're getting a divorce. You know, right? That's what's news. It's about all the divorces, all the cheating that they're doing on each other, husband and wife cheating on each other. Therefore, unless, so you have to understand, there's practical examples of what we're reading here. And it's all over the place. But we take it for granted. We're like immune to understanding the stark reality facing us right in the face. We're not reading it. We become dull. But when you read this, and then you try and see if this is true or not, you'll see every word he's saying here is true. If you try and enjoy the senses independent of Krishna, you'll end up miserable. There's some happiness in the beginning, but it'll end up misery. The hand of a body is a complete unit only as long as it is attached to the complete body. When the hand is severed from the body, it may appear like a hand, but it actually has none of the potencies of a hand. In other words, we have the potential of being as powerful or even more powerful than the sun. It's in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the Adi Lila 5th canto. Prabhupada makes that statement. A living entity has put. Why not? Vivaswan, or not Surya, he's in charge of the sun, isn't he? He's a jiva like us. But look how powerful he is. So what Prabhupada is saying is not some fantasy. It's a fact. But we have stunted our potential because of sense gratification. Because of petty sense gratification, we stunted that unbelievable potential that we have in the human form of life. For what? I don't want to go deeper into the subject right now, but for a few minutes of so-called pleasure. And I have a favorite saying. I say, 1 minute of pleasure, lifetime of misery. Right? So I think you know what I mean. Right? The hand of a body is a complete unit only as long as it is attached to the complete body. When the hand is severed from the body, it may appear like a hand, but it actually has none of the potencies of a hand. Similarly, living beings are part and parcel of the complete whole, meaning Krishna. And if they are severed from the complete whole, the illusory representation of completeness cannot fully satisfy them. Yeah, you can fill your house, water beds and electronic beds and futon bed and all kinds of gadgets, and digital things all over the house, and you can try and fill your house with as many gadgets that you want. It's not going to be complete. You will still be dissatisfied because you cannot be satisfied unless you're connected to Krishna. The completeness of human life can be realized only when one engages in the service of the complete whole. All services in this world, whether social, political, communal, international, or even interplanetary, will remain incomplete until they are dovetailed with the complete whole. When everything is dovetailed with the complete whole, the attached parts and parcels also become complete in themselves. Isopanisad ki jai. So, any questions or any discussion like that?
So we see multiple species. It's quite visible to us. So let's say a human being is committing a lot of sin. For example, if he's eating a lot of meat, then the next gentleman will be born as a tiger or a lion or
yes.
Animal. So when we see current animals,
yes.
Yes. How do we know that they are evolved from, how do we know that they are souls that have evolved from one body to another and not a human being that has fallen down to that particular body?
How do you know? You don't. You have to just take the statements of the Shastra. Here, you look at this picture. Yeah.
But there could be two different species that, two different lines.
Okay, now look, let's look at it like this. Let's say you're in the middle of a fire, forest fire, right? There's flames all over the place. If you sit down like Rodin's Thinker, you ever see that? Rodin's Thinker is sitting like this. He's trying to figure out, how did this fire start? I'm not going to move till I figure out how the fire started. Well, what do you think is going to happen to you? You're dead. Why do you want to know whether the lion is coming up from lower species or came down from the human form of life? What's the difference? It's a lion.
Wouldn't there be some vestigial human traits in that lion?
Why do you say that? You think you're going to recognize an uncle or a grandfather or what?
I'm just saying, wouldn't that influence the other species or?
No, because look, do you remember who you were in your last life? It's the same thing with the lion. He can't remember if he was a human being or if he was a rat. I mean, you can go up to the lion. You're my uncle. Don't you know you're my uncle? You think it's going to make an impression on him? No, he's going to say, who's this crazy person? You know, he's going to go like this with his paw and scratch your face. Say, get away from me. You're bothering me. So, you know, it's called it's called Kaka Nilo Nyaya. Kaka Nilo Nyaya. The kaka is a crow, right? So one time, a crow landed on a fruit that was, in a tree. And as soon as it touched the fruit, it fell down. And then there were two philosophers that saw it. And one philosopher said, that fruit was destined to fall down already. And the other philosopher said, that's nonsense. It fell down because the crow landed on the fruit. He said, no. It was destined to fall down. Now, do you think either one of them can win the argument? No. So, does it really matter if the lion came down from a human being, if the soul in the lion came down from a human form or came up from a rat to the lion form? Does it matter? Does it make a difference to you? Do you think the lion is conscious of it? No. So it's not a question to discuss. It's not going to make any difference about you becoming free from the cycle of birth and death. You see, there are certain questions like that. It's a waste of time trying to figure it out. It's like the Rodin trying to figure out how did I get in the middle of this forest fire. By the time you figure it out, you're dead. Well, before you figure it out, you're dead. So let's just keep focused on the real issue. The real issue is, how are we going to get out? Any other questions or comments?
So this Om, you mentioned Om is the complete form.
Yes.
So here the Om is sound vibration.
Impersonal sound vibration. Om is explained in the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. It says, Om Tat Sat Iti Nirdeso Brahmanas Trivida Smita. It says, from the beginning of creation, the three words Om Tat Sat were used to indicate the supreme absolute truth. These three symbolic representations were used by Brahmanas while chanting the hymns of the Vedas and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the supreme. Next verse says, Tasmat Om Iti Udadritya. Therefore, transcendentalists undertaking performances of sacrifice, charity, and penance in accordance with scriptural regulations begin always with Om to attain the supreme. Om Tat Vishnu Paramam Padam. The lotus feet of Lord Vishnu are the supreme devotional platform. The performance of everything on behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead assures the perfection of all activity. So, Om is considered the first goal. Whenever a Vedic hymn or the holy name of the Supreme Lord is uttered, Om is added. The three words Om Tat Sat are uttered in conjunction with the holy name of the Supreme Lord, Om Tat Vishnu. So Om is indirectly referring to Krishna. When you put Om Tat Sat, it refers to Krishna completely. Okay. In fact, I'll show you later on, there's a purport where Prabhupada says that Om includes the Hare Krishna mantra. It's included in the Hare Krishna mantra. Yeah. I'll show you that. Okay, thank you very much, and we'll continue tomorrow. We'll have a little quiz tomorrow on the introduction.